Micro Zoo. I am Bones, and finally, it's the weekly haul. Now, originally, this was supposed to be the day after Halloween, but you must give me a break because I'm finishing the final touches on my project at the airport. Soon I'll have a little bit more free time. I did make my return to Lucha Frontera. They're taking a while to put up the matches, but eventually they should put the matches up there. Really feels like a long time since I did a haul, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, the 4K for this week is the original The Shining Steelbook on 4K. Awesome movie directed by Stanley Kubrick, starring Jack Nicholson. Great movie. Shelley Duvall, Scatman Carruthers. Not really liked by Stephen King, but it's a pretty cool, dramatic take on the book about the Overlook Hotel. So, awesome classic movie. I love this movie. I've watched it hundreds of times, but now I'll be able to go ahead and watch it on 4K on my 4K setup. So I got this at Best Buy. Of course, right now everybody's talking about Dr. Sleep, which is part 2 of The Shining with a grown-up Danny Torrance. So that might be interesting to watch over the weekend. Pretty cool. For the Scream Factory collection, I did pick up Child's Play. I got this at FYE for around $24. Now, I do not own this one. It has the slipcover. I did recently buy the Blu-ray set, and I have all the originals on DVD. But for the extra features that this might have, I just went ahead and picked it up. I got it pretty cheap, especially since it did have the slipcover. So we'll go ahead and crack this one open. Awesome addition to the Scream Factory collection. Of course, I did pick up 3 from Hell, the next movie in the Firefly family trilogy, which was House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and 3 from Hell. I did watch this. It was okay. It didn't have the originality of the first one. The second one had a lot of cool imagery and funny parts. This one was okay. I mean, I didn't really need it in 4K. Eventually, I might pick it up in 4K, but this was good enough for me. I mean, it was a little shaky, and I'm not gonna talk it down. It was pretty good. I enjoyed a lot of it. I did watch it complete straight through, so it was a good follow-up. Now, another thing I did pick up was the gift set with the t-shirt. Disco Sucks in there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna open this. I might, but it was pretty cool to find this, so I went ahead and picked it up. Pretty cool to have it in my collection. As I said, I might eventually pick it up on 4K. It just depends. But it was a pretty cool movie. It had its moments. R.I.P. Sid Haig. We wish we could have had him a little bit more in there, but it is what it is. I also picked up Midsommar. Heard a lot about this movie. I think it's directed by the same guy that directed Hereditary, which I have still to watch. So I might do a double feature of Hereditary and Midsommar. Don't know much about this one, but I did get it with the slip at Best Buy, and interested to check it out. My boy Drew from Hey Isn't That the Von Graham says that's his favorite horror movie of the year, so I do need to check it out. I own this movie, but I'm not sure if I own this particular release, so All these DVDs I picked up for around 75 cents. So I just went ahead and picked it up. That is The Happening with Mark Wahlberg, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. It could have been better. It has some cool parts. I've never really watched this one like a lot, but I've seen it like twice, so I'll dive back into it. Plaguers. Don't know much about this, just a blind buy. Like I said, for 75 cents. Some sci-fi horror. Shut In. This is about a lady that her son becomes a paraplegic in an accident that kills her husband, and then suddenly a mysterious boy comes to her door. She's out in pretty much trapped at her house for the winter. Seemed pretty creepy, so I went ahead and picked it up for 75 cents. Pretty cool for the horror collection. The Hunters. Not sure about this one. Pretty much this is a blind buy, 75 cents. Added to the horror collection. Looks interesting. The Children. I'm not sure if this is a remake of the old school The Children from the 80s, but pretty creepy about some kids that I think they get like infected or something, and they just start like killing the adults, and it's during Christmas time, so I did pick this up for 75 cents. So added to the Ghost House horror collection. Kooky. I just picked this up for the fun of it. Paranormal Hour. I'm not sure what it's about. Sarah London. Added to the Ghost collection. Now this is pretty cool because I bought this for 50 cents, but online it's going, I think, like 15-20 bucks. It's a really young Mila Kunis in boot camp. I'm not sure if there's a Blu-ray of this, but when I looked it up, this was pretty rare. So like I said, for 75 cents, go ahead and add it to the collection. Like one of those abuse of power, the people that run the place are like really messed up. So I'll check it out. Wages of Sin, another just random 75-cent pickup. Add it to the collection. Dark Honeymoon. This does have Roy Schneider, Eric Roberts, Tia Carrera. Looked kind of interesting, so went ahead and picked it up. I'm sick like that. I picked this up because I do own war games, but Space Camp, I'm not sure if I have that, and I think it's kind of rare, but it does have what's her name, Leah Thompson, Kelly Preston, Lamar from Revenge of the Nerds is in here. Looked pretty interesting, so went ahead and picked it up about the early space shuttle program and all that stuff. I have various versions of this, but I did not have this one with the slip, and that is Akira. Awesome old school anime on motorcycles and stuff. It's a pretty cool story. Of course there's comics and stuff like that, but I do, like I said, I do own this in a couple of versions, but for 75 cents I just went ahead and picked it up. This is a movie I remember as a kid on HBO, but I've never come across it, so I went ahead and picked it up. Quest for Fire. I know that it does have Ron Perlman and Ray Dong Chong, but don't know much about it. It is about the early humans, that how they found fire, how to make fire and stuff like that. So like I said, I remember it as a kid, so I just picked it up for the collection. Never come across it before, so I picked up one for the Native American collection. Pocahontas. It's one of those cheesy good time DVDs, so for 75 cents I just threw it in there. A newer release from Van Damme and Lundgren, Blackwater. Some submarine action. Don't know much about this one, but added to the collection. Pretty cool. like I said, this is another one. I just picked it up. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot with a Tina Fey. What else is in here? Billy Bob Thornton. Don't know much about it, but for 75 cents, just picked it up. Add it to the collection. Heaven is a Playground. Some urban action that I don't have, so I went ahead and picked it up. Some basketball action. So, yeah, pretty cool from the 90s. Check it out. Really bad acting in this one. I kind of remember it as a kid. I think Dennis Rodman came out in another movie with Van Damme, and then they gave him this movie, but pretty bad acting in here. Simon Says has some cool martial arts action, but besides that, I just picked it up just because I do not own it, but add it to the collection. Pretty bad there. Another one I do not own, but I just picked it up. Russell Crowe, Helen Slater, The Way Back. No Way Back. Don't know much about it. Some action. Add it to the collection. I really enjoy like early Matt Dillon movies. I think I own this, but I own like a different version. It's not this exact cover. Kansas with Matt Dillon and Andrew McCarthy. He's like a crazy bank robber, crazy guy, and this guy just gets involved with him, like gets stuck with him, and they're out on the run and stuff, going from town to town. So I kind of remember it, but not too good. I'll check it out. I saw the preview of this, I remember, like on a movie I watched, and that kind of intrigued me, so I went ahead and picked it up. Bumblebee Flies Away with Elijah Wood and Rachel Lee Cook. I just remember the trailer that I was like, oh, that seems kind of interesting, so I went ahead and picked it up. This is an old school movie. I do not own this in the collection, so I just picked it up. But I know it's Boys Don't Cry with Hilary Swank, where some guys done messed up and killed a transgender. Pretty cool. It's a true story. Never seen it. I've seen like clips of it, but like I said, I don't have it in the collection, so I went ahead and picked it up. I think she got an Academy Award nomination for that one. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. Do not own this movie, so I went ahead and picked it up. The Hours, where his baby girl gets stuck in an incubator. She's trying to survive, and Hurricane Katrina's going on. Like I said, for 75 cents, just picked it up. I don't own it. Add it to the collection. Random comedy that I do have a lot of Steve Martin movies, but I do not have this one. So, The Lonely Guy. Just went and picked it up. Looks kind of interesting, from the 80s. Like I said, I do have a lot of his movies. I really like The Jerk. It's pretty funny. So, pretty cool. The Final DVD. I've heard of this movie, but I do not own it, and I've never seen it. And I just noticed that there's tons of people in here. Lily Zabiskie, Jessica Alba, Molly Shannon, David Arquette, John C. Reilly, and Drew Barrymore in Never Been Kissed. Like I said, this is one I just never seen before, so I went ahead and picked it up for 75 cents. Interested to check it out. I think she's like a reporter that has to go back to high school and act like she's a teenager to get her story. And so, like I said, I've never seen it, so just add it to the collection. And I did pick up one VHS. That is Star Hunter with Roddy McDowall and Stella Stevens. It kind of looks like a ripoff of Predator, just cheaper. It's kind of rare. I'm not sure if this has a DVD or Blu-ray release, so I just went ahead and picked it up for 50 cents. I got this Star Hunter. Like I said, it really looks like a ripoff of Predator. But cheesy, interesting. I think I got, what did I pick up last time? Star Crystal. So I'll just put it next to that for the collection. Anyways, guys, that's it. Hopefully I'll be able to put out some more videos faster, because I have a little bit more time on my hands finishing up that project. So hope everybody's safe out there and happy hunting.